Hey guys, I'm at the drive-in again. Tonight's movies are going to be the two old musty movies that they blew the dust off of. Is going to be Bloodshot and also Bad Boys for Life. I've already seen Bloodshot, so but I don't know. Maybe I'll say a few words about it. Maybe I'll have a different reaction with it. But I will definitely tell you what I think about Bad Boys for Life, even though it's been out for like what, a month or two. But whatever. Hey, it's a drive-in, man. It's fun. It's time to have a fun time and watch two movies and support your local drive-in. So I'll just be back in just a few seconds to let you know what I think about Bloodshot, maybe, but definitely Bad Boys for Life. All right, see you in just a few seconds. Bye. Hey guys, I just got done watching Bloodshot. I mean, I've already done a review for this, but once again, not only did I do a review for it, but I bought it early access, so I have like access to this movie anytime I want, which, I mean, I really don't care. It's not that great of a movie. I mean, I've already told you this before, but let's go ahead and just rehash it real quick for you. First off, we got Vin Diesel. Bing! And then Guy Pearce right over there. Now we have a couple tertiary characters, this person and this person. But let's not worry about that right now. Here's the thing. Guy Pearce is supposed to be the bad guy in this movie, but he is now I like Guy Pearce. He's always in like these B movies, but he always brings his A game to them, and I really like him. But the movies he's chosen to be in, even Iron Man 3, not so good. His character in the movie, not so good. And maybe it is the choices that he makes with these characters, but I choose not to believe that. I think Guy Pearce is a good actor. We really don't have a central, really charismatic bad guy, and because of that, and because I'm sorry, Vin Diesel again is Vin Diesel. He plays about the same character in every movie, so he's not charismatic enough to make me care about that character. The bad guy in this movie, Guy Pearce, isn't charismatic enough to make me care about the ending of this movie. That's the fatal flaw of this movie, is that finally at the end, we don't care. I personally don't care. All the action sequences really didn't have that much weight to them, because we knew that he was going to make it out of it. This is pretty much a very predictable film and kind of boring. The only thing that I would like to mention is there is one character in this movie that I really like. His character's name's Wiggins. This guy right over here plays the guy, Wiggins, and he's more of like a scenery chewing character. He is just over the top and really fun to watch, and he has really a lot of chemistry with that camera. He does a really good job with the character, and I really enjoyed him in that. But every other character in this movie was just forgettable. That's why that movie doesn't work, is we don't care about any other character in this movie at all. So, I forget what I gave it the last time. I think I gave it a 65. There were a couple good action scenes in it, but again, I had to preface that by saying, if we don't care about the character, then we really are not invested in those action sequences. And so therefore, I'm going to have to give it a lower score than 65. It's a good 50 for me. It was a 50% only for the simple fact that it's a comic book property that I would like to see go forward. I would love to see Exo Manowar comic, or a Ninjak comic. Ninjak? Yeah. Ninjak comic. I would love to see movies for that, and that's what this movie is supposed to be setting up. It's supposed to be our entry point into the Valiant universe, and I would love to see those movies. But, I mean, if we would have to go with this movie to hinge the success of the whole universe, I'm going to have to say that we'll never see the light of day for any of those other characters. All right, well, that's it. 50% is what I'm going to give this movie. And then we're going to go ahead and move on to Bad Boys 2. I'm sorry, back to like 1993. We're going to move on to Bad Boys for Life, Bad Boys 3. And let's hope that we're giving Will Smith, talking about charisma, he's always had a really good charisma for that camera, and I really am excited about seeing him in front of that camera. Lawrence, whatever his name is, not so much. Anyways, I'll be back in just a few seconds, guys, to let you know what I think about Bad Boys for Life. All right, see you, bye. Hey, guys, I just got done watching Bad Boys for Life, or should I say Bad Boys for Midlife. But you know what? Before I even thought of that joke, I started watching the film, and they just beat us over the head with the idea that these guys are old. And yeah, that's... when the movie first started, I'm like thinking to myself, why did they try to revive this franchise? These guys are way past the prime of these action stars. Do you guys remember when Will Smith and Martin Lawrence were in like their mid-20s? They were prime. I mean, Will Smith is still a very handsome guy and very charismatic, and loves, that camera loves him. It loves like soaking him up. Martin Lawrence was just, he was on the top of his game when he made these movies, and he was a name in the community, the comedy community, and he added that definite comedic point to that film franchise. There's two movies in the beginning. Not so much this time. This movie wasn't as funny as I wanted it to be. It wasn't. It had some action sequences, but it wasn't as action-y as I wanted it to be. It was a little less of everything in this movie. But I'm not saying I hated it. I didn't hate it. I actually liked it. I liked it quite a bit. I liked it a lot more than I expected to. Because what you're looking at is a film franchise that started, like in the 90s sometime, wasn't it? Over there. But we had two movies kind of like in succession. They definitely put out that second one really quickly to go ahead and capitalize on the popularity of the first movie. And then later on, like 20 years later, we get to see the third part of this trilogy, quote unquote. Usually that's a recipe for a really bad disaster. And I'm happy to say it wasn't. It wasn't that bad of a disaster. Now, was it a great film? Yeah, I mean, you be the judge of that, and I would like to I would really like it to hear from you guys, let me know what you thought about that, but at the same time, again, I have to reiterate, I didn't hate this movie. It had some really genuine laughter to it. It had some really good action sequences. It was kind of sparse. I was expecting a little more. It gave us a mystery. And when it paid off, you're like, eh. Because here's the thing. It would have been really cool if they had taken, like, characters from the first movie, or even the second movie, and they gave it to us back, and they tied it into that earlier franchise. I would have really dug that, kind of like a Wrath of Khan situation. We get to see a throwback from the earlier material, but we didn't. This was a mystery that we had no horses in this race. We just, at the end of it, it really didn't have the emotional impact that it should have. I would have liked it to seen it tie back into the original story so that we did have that emotional impact, but it didn't. But really, honestly, I really didn't need it. It entertained me for the amount of time that it was on the screen. I liked the characters. There were a couple situations that, like, some of the action sequences didn't work out completely for me. And the convoluted plot, I would like to see it tie into the history a little more. So therefore, I'm going to go ahead and give it a 75%. I enjoyed it. It wasn't a train wreck that I was expecting. So there you go. Bad Boys for Life, 75%. The Bloodshot, we've already heard my views on that, but let me go and reiterate it. 50%. It was just not, it had no emotional impact at all. It was bad. It was just there. All right, so there you go. That was my quick reviews of these two movies. I enjoyed myself at the movie theater. Next week, I will be back with you guys again to see two brand new movies. I wish I memorized the titles of them, but I didn't. But at the same time, that's it, guys. I hope to see you guys next week with those two new reviews. But other than that, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Once again, I wish everybody peace. I hope that everybody is safe and healthy. Montanay, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.